When Donald J. Trump was sworn in as the 45th President of the United States on January 20, 2017, it marked the beginning of one of the most unconventional and contentious administrations in modern American history. Promising to drain the swamp in Washington and upend the political establishment, Trump entered office with soaring aspirations to swiftly enact his America First agenda. But after 100 days, what actually changed under the nascent Trump presidency? This is the story of President Trump's whirlwind start. Act 1. The first week blitz. Trump wasted no time making his presence felt. Within hours of taking the oath of office, he signed an executive order aimed at weakening the Affordable Care Act. The very next day saw the largest single-day protest in U.S. history, the Women's March, in response to Trump's inauguration. On Monday, he withdrew from the Trans-Pacific Partnership trade deal. Before week's end, he signed controversial orders greenlighting the Keystone XL and Dakota Access oil pipelines, and authorizing a travel ban on several Muslim-majority countries that sparked airport chaos and legal challenges. The breakneck pace and pugilistic approach was classic Trump, but it also foreshadowed the turmoil to come. AC2. Governing by executive action. With a Republican-controlled Congress, one might have expected Trump to turn to lawmakers to push through his priorities. Instead, he relied heavily on executive orders and memoranda, signing over 30 in his first 100 days on everything from rolling back environmental regulations to cracking down on sanctuary cities. While this allowed Trump to unilaterally advance his agenda without legislative wrangling, it also meant many policies faced immediate lawsuits and could be easily reversed by future administrations. Executive action became Trump's go-to governing tool. AC3. The Gorsuch victory. For many conservatives, Trump's most impactful early move was nominating Neil Gorsuch to fill the Supreme Court seat left vacant by Antonin Scalia's death. After Republicans refused to consider Obama's nominee Merrick Garland for nearly a year, Trump's pick of the solidly conservative Gorsuch was a major victory for the GOP. However, his confirmation was not without controversy, as Democrats filibustered, forcing Republicans to invoke the nuclear option and eliminate the 60-vote threshold for Supreme Court nominees. It was perhaps the clearest example of Trump's impact in his first 100 days. Act 4. Obamacare survives. Trump swept into power having campaigned relentlessly on the promise to repeal and replace Obamacare. It was his top legislative priority. Yet, despite intense White House pressure, the House bill known as the American Health Care Act failed to even come up for a vote in March due to lack of support. For a president who prided himself on his deal-making prowess, it was an embarrassing defeat. The failure revealed the challenges Trump would face, turning campaign slogans into substantive policy. Even with a GOP Congress, Obamacare would survive the crucial first 100 days. Act 5. Foreign policy reversals. In foreign affairs, candidate Trump espoused an isolationist transactional view. But President Trump quickly changed tack on several key issues. After criticizing NATO as obsolete, he now embraced it. Rather than cozying up to Russia as many expected, he struck Syria for using chemical weapons and confronted Russia in the UN. On China, he backed off a threat to designate them a currency manipulator as he sought their help countering North Korea. The shifts suggested a steep learning curve, as Trump adapted to the realities of governing. ACE 6. A White House in turmoil. The Trump White House quickly gained a reputation for chaos and infighting. Key aides and advisors engaged in bitter power struggles. Leaks from staffers plagued the administration's messaging. Controversy swirled around several associates' ties to Russia. And the man in the center of the storm, President Trump, continued his unfiltered Twitter attacks on critics, even as his approval rating sunk to historic lows for a new president. Looming investigations into Russian election meddling cast a shadow over it all. Trump thrived on disruption, but the volatility also undercut his effectiveness.